Ni asubuhi ikiongozwa na Mwashamu David Kamau, askofu msaidizi wa jimbo kuu la Nairobi. Ili kupata matukio yote ya sherehe hiyo, fuatilia runinga Capuchin pamoja na mitandao yetu ya kijamii. Endelea kutazama runinga Capuchin, kituo nambari 1 cha imani na maadili ya Kikristo.
Hello there and welcome to today's edition of Catholic Focus. My name is Deborah Mwania and joining me for sign language interpretation in this bulletin is Jane Mbaya. Welcome. Pope Leo XIV has urged Catholics worldwide to pray the Rosary daily throughout October for peace, especially in war-torn regions. He announced a Rosary prayer in St. Peter's Square on October 11, 2025 at 6 p.m. as part of the Jubilee of Marian Spirituality, which also marks the 63rd anniversary of the opening of the Second Vatican Council. The Pope also invited Vatican employees to pray the Rosary daily at St. Peter's Basilica. Meanwhile, here in Kenya, Catholic faithful have begun their novena to Our Lady Help of Christians ahead of the National Prayer Day on Saturday, October 4th, 2025 at the Marian National Shrine in Subukia.
Invito tutti ogni giorno del prossimo mese a pregare il rosario per la pace.
I invite everyone each day of the coming month, he said, to pray the Rosary for peace, personally, in the family, and in community.
The National Council of Churches of Kenya, NCCK, is calling on the government to urgently address long-standing concerns raised by young people in Eastern Kenya, including poor service delivery, corruption, and limited access to education and healthcare. Maureen Kimani has this report.
Young people from across the Lower Eastern region gathered in Machakos this week for a regional youth forum convened by the NCCK. The forum provided a platform for the youth to speak out on the challenges they face, from rising unemployment, and underfunded institutions to what they described as a lack of meaningful engagement by the government leaders. While the upcoming November by-elections were referenced during discussions, participants were quick to clarify that their focus is not on political allegiance but on civic empowerment and using the vote to demand better services and accountability.
60% and above of the voters in this country are youths. Given themselves alone, they can make a great change in this country in terms of voting. So we are saying, let them stay focused. We've just been urging them that do not let anyone look down on you because you are youth, but set an example. And one of the areas that you can set an example is by voting, is by registering, and then again, remain united.
Hiyo notion ya kusema sisi wanarika tunaenda tunapiga kura na kura ishaamuliwa, hiyo hatuhesabu tena, tutoe kwa akili. Tutoke tupige kura, kura yetu itahesabika tukipiga kura. Viongozi ambao mko kanisani mnajua umuhimu wa kupiga kura na kila mtu akijitokeza apige kura umuhimu wake. Kwa hivyo tunahimiza na tuna encourage viongozi wa makanisa wawe mstari wa kwanza kuhimiza kila mmoja ajitolee awe na nafasi ya kupiga kura wakati unaokuja.
60% of voters ni sisi kama Gen Zs, ni sisi kama youth. So it means that the greater voice and the greater change lies with us. So tujitokeze in large numbers. The shows, the old people, they just have like 40% of the say. Sisi ndo tuko na the big numbers, sisi ndo tuko na the big, this decision is in our hands literally.
Religious leaders present echoed the concerns, calling on the government to do more to restore public trust in critical sectors. Bishop Festus Malwo, who chairs the NCCK in Machakos County, highlighted ongoing issues in healthcare and higher education, pointing to broken systems and persistent underfunding.
Wanauliza, mbona NHIF ilikuwa inafanya kazi vizuri na ilikuwa inashughulikia Wanakenya wote bila kuangalia huyu ni wa kiwango kile ama huyu analeta hii. NHIF ilikuwa inashughulikia watu wote na wanahudumiwa vizuri. And so ile konzani ni kwamba si hata afadhali tufuate ama turudi kwa ile mvumo wa NHIF, iwe kwamba mwananchi wote yule anaenda kupata ile huduma ya matibabu bila kusungushwa, bila kudhulumiwa, bila kuulizwa lipa mwaka mzima, na unakuta kwamba hata ile matibabu ulikuwa unahitaji ni ya 1,300 na kama utalipa mwaka mzima labda inaenda zaidi ya 10,000. Sasa unalazimishwa kulipa 10,000 ushughulikiwe 1,300. Sasa unaona NHIF haikuwa inaenda to those extremes. So ndio tunasema kama huu mvumo unaweza linganishwa ama unaweza rudishwa kama vile NHIF ilikuwa, wanarika wanasema kweli inaweza kuwahudumia vizuri.
As a faith-based institution, the NCCK reaffirmed its commitment to amplifying youth voices and advocating for inclusive and responsive governance. The council is urging national and county governments to prioritize service delivery, expand access to education and job opportunities, and ensure all citizens benefit equitably from public resources.
We are calling out on our leaders, right from the top, from the president to the governors, to the senators, to the MPs, to the MCRs, and every other person who is involved in governance. The youths are making a cry. They are making an urge. Ensure that there is good governance. It's asking for justice. And that is what we are saying as a church. Let's have justice. Let's have a fair distribution of the resources, fair distribution of even the positions that we are having in the government. Just let justice be seen, because without justice, then there is no way we can talk of good governance.
Reporting for Catholic Focus, I'm Maureen Kimani.
Moving forward, gospel artist and presidential hopeful Reuben Kigame has called for the enactment of laws to make Braille and sign language mandatory on all communication platforms to promote inclusivity for persons with disability. John Bencher reports.
Reuben Kigame, the celebrated gospel artist and presidential aspirant, is now championing inclusivity in Kenya's national communication. He is urging Parliament to make it compulsory for government's document to be translated into Braille and for sign language to become standard in public statements and speeches, ensuring that the visual and hearing impaired are not left behind.
We are here to show that if you are visually impaired, you don't stop learning. You can go to the highest level of education and attain it. Also here to showcase inclusiveness, because what UBA has done is, for example, convert some of the forms that you need to fill at the bank into Braille. I'm challenging also other banks and institutions to include people with visual inconvenience in their services. I'm challenging the government to make documents accessible in Braille. I'm also challenging the government to ensure that sign language is not just on television stations. We want sign language in matatus. We want sign language in hotels. We want, buildings to be accessible for persons with physical disability. Don't put your office on 4th floor if you're serving everybody. Bring it to the ground level and ensure that there are ramps. So we are here to promote inclusiveness.
Kigame spoke at Thika High School for the blind in Kiambu County, his former school where he donated musical instruments and encouraged students, reminding them that disability should never be an excuse for discrimination.
I'm so delighted to be back to the Salvation Army Thika High School for the visually impaired to present musical instruments in order to revive the culture of music that has been dying. It's been sad to see that culture die because that's what made me a musician. That's what made me who I am today. We are also here to ensure that the government knows that persons living with visual inconvenience are not just for music and speaking well. We are here for ICT. We are here for cookery and cuisine. We are here for law and education courses. We are here even for counseling courses and other programs that are scientific in nature.
All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good.
Reporting for Capuchin TV, Catholic Focus, I'm John Beja.
And there is a quite inspiring story. Moving forward, a family in Kakamega is pleading with the government for government intervention after their son mysteriously disappeared during last month's National Youth Service pass-out ceremony in Gilgil, an event that saw more than 14,600 recruits graduate. Also, Yvonne has the details.
It was meant to be a proud day for the family of Joseph Kangara attending the National Youth Service Pass-Out Parade in Gilgil, but instead of celebration, the event has turned into weeks of anguish. Joseph's mother, Jane Njeri, says her son mysteriously disappeared inside the stadium grounds on August 28th. She fears he may have been abducted, claiming the last person seen with him was a woman in military uniform and a red beret.
Lakini tukiwa pale pass out, it was around kitu kama saa 5 mchana. Firstborn yangu ambaye ndio Joseph Kangara akasikia kujisaidia. Na kulikuwa na kamba imewekwa pale ya white. Akacross hiyo kamba, akaingia ndani ya kamba. Vile aliingia ndani ya kamba, nikashtuka nikasema, Jose unaenda wapi? Akarudi akaniambia, "Mam, naenda kususu." Vile aliniambia naenda kususu, mimi nikaona ni kama kawaida. Akiwa nateremuka hivi, kuna mama moja mzito, mrefu kidogo, alikuwa amevalia nguo ya jeshi, lakini amevaa kofia ya red beret. Kwangu mimi nikaona ni kama ni jeshi hiyo. Ndiye alishika ule kijana mkono, na kijana mmoja wa NYS alikuwa amevaa reflector ya green. Wakamshika wakateremka na yeye chini hivyo. Mtu wa mwisho kumuona na kuona mtoto wangu naye alikuwa Nyambura, mama mweupe amevaa red beret.
4 weeks later, the family's search has led them to police stations in Gilgil, Nairobi, and Kakamega, but with no answers.
Mimi toka hapo hiyo tarehe 28 nilienda police station Gilgil kesho yake na nikaripoti police station Gilgil. Niliweza kupatiwa OB number, niko nayo. OB number ndiyo hii. OB number 13-29-025. Nimekaa Gilgil 2 weeks 3 days nikizunguka usiku na mchana nikitafuta huyo mtoto. Niliporudi Gilgil wakaniambia wajapata mtoto, niwapatie picha. Nikawapatia picha yangu ya mtoto. Nikaenda nikawapatia, nikawacha hapo, wakaniambia watatuma signal Kenya mzima penye mtoto wako watampata, alafu watanipigia simu. Nimeenda Gilgil mpaka hospitali, nimezunguka wards zote, sijaweza kupata mtoto. Mambo ilikuwa mengi sana. Ukichokoza ama ukiongea mbaya, vijana walikuwa pale, wengine wanashauti hapo vitu za one time, wengine wanaongea mbaya. Lakini unaona watu wakiongea hivyo, unaambia acha kuongea hivyo sababu tuko kwa passport ya watoto wetu. Lakini walikuwa kiongea hivyo, unaona wanachukuliwa juu kwa juu. Farasi zilikuwa huko zinasukuma watu, zinapiga watu. Wakabeba watu wengi sana, unaona watu wanabebwa juu na farasi na vijana wa NYS wakibeba watu wakienda na wao. Kwa sababu wengine walikuwa wanashauti pale. Kijana wangu penye nilikuwa na yeye hapo hakukuwa na hiyo mavitu, hata alitoka tu kama mwenye anaenda kukojoa.
Jerry is now calling on the government to step in and help trace her son, saying the family has been living in pain and uncertainty since his disappearance.
Sasa nikidhani serikali pia kama huyo kijana anaweza kuwa kwa mikono yenu, mnaweza kuniwachilia mtoto wangu tu, juu mtoto wangu hatajui hizo vitu. Mtoto wangu ni mgonjwa, alafu yeye anajua tu Arsenali na pool peke yake. Iwapo anaweza kuwa katikati ya hao vijana wenye walichukuliwa huko, naomba mniwachilie mtoto wangu.
Reporting for Catholic Focus, my name is Onuso Yvonne.
Residents of Okatekok sublocation in Teso South constituency in Busia County have raised alarm over bedbug invasion that has disrupted their lives, affecting their health and robbing them of peace. According to the locals, the parasites have made it difficult for the families to enjoy sleep at night and have even limited their social interactions within the community. They lament that despite trying various methods to eliminate the bedbugs, their efforts have proved futile, forcing them to appeal for government intervention. In response, Area Sub-Chief Bernard Munyoto, working in collaboration with Nyumba Kumi officials, they have officially launched a fumigation exercise in the area in an effort to contain the situation and restore normalcy to the affected households.
Kunguni wamenisumbua sana kwa nyumba. Usiku usingizi hakuna. Ni kujikuna tu kujikuna, ukiasha tu light hivi zimetoroka zote. Ukizimisha light zimetoka. Nimechoma malazo hata nakaribia kuchoma mattress pia. Kitanda inakaa nje sana kulala tu chini. Kila kitu unatandika net kunguni zinaingia. Neti tumechoma. Sasa tunalala bila neti. Umbu pia zinatuuma. Sasa imebidi tulale tu hivyo.
Kunguni nimemaliza mimi. Nimejaa kwa malazi. Hata nikioga inasikia tu inauma mwili yote. Nikitoa nje nichemshie maji uwezi kukufa. Munisaidie. Nimejaa. Chakula ukikula ushibi, usiku ulali, unasikia tu kitu, ukiwakisha hata inajaa tu kwa malazi, paka kwa net, paka kwa mattress.
Niko na tatizo la kunguni kwa nyumba yangu. Wamenisumbua kwa muda mwingi sana. Hata usiku huwezi lala, unajikuna tu, usingizi haiwezi kushika. Ukijaribu kuzimisha hata hivi ndio wamekuvamia. Sana wanaingia kwa net, kwa viti.
Siku moja nilienda safari kama nimejidunga shuti yangu mzuri sana. Kumbe kunguni kadhaa ziko zimepanda juu ya koti yangu huko juu. Sasa watu wananitunanga tu, mzee iko nini? Mzee iko nini ile? Kumbe ni kunguni. Kunguni haina heshima. Inaweza pata hata kwa nyumba ya MCA iko kunguni. So tunaomba kama county government ama national government inaweza saidia umwami kwa hii dawa. Naona tumejaribu hii dawa angalau tunapata usingizi. Inaua kunguni.
Niligundua kwamba watu wengi wameathirika na lalama zilikuwa mingi kila nyumba kwamba kunguni wamekuwa kero katika jamii katika nyumba. Na ukweli ni kwamba kunguni ina madhara mengi. Mojawapo ni wakati kunguni wanakunyonya damu inawezekano kwamba mtu athirike ama ugue ugonjwa wa anemia. Nikasema pia mimi nifanye ufumbuzi. Ndio nikapata kwamba baada kufanya changanya za hizi dawa nikapata kwamba hii dawa inakuwa very effective. Pindi inapo spraya kwa mahali ambapo kunguni wameathiri inakuwa kwamba kunguni wanakufa na hata hayo mayai yanakauka. My call to the government of the day through Ministry of Health and national county government, NGOs, private sectors is to support this initiative ya hygiene campaign ili tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba maboma zetu zote katika eneo hili la Wakatekoko sublocation inakuwa bed bug free.
We hope that the community will get a maximum support from the concerned. And that there brings us to the end of our Catholic Focus edition, and we do thank you for choosing Capuchin TV. We thank you to our production team for enabling this bulletin. Until next time, we pray that God will keep you safe. My name is Deborah Mwanya, and with me has been our sign language interpreter, Jen Mbaya. Goodbye.
Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel. You are watching Capuchin TV. For any complaints, comments, or compliments on our programming, you can either write to us on info@capuchintv.co.ke or you can call us directly on 0717 424 866. Your complaint shall be addressed within 7 days. Remember to keep a copy of your communication with us. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity.
These are birth conditions whereby a child is born with a gap in the lip or in the roof of the mouth.
These are babies who are very vulnerable to get malnutrition. And so in my Discuss Nutrition, one of the things I discuss with these mothers is, one, monitoring them in terms of weight, in terms of height, and making sure these babies are growing well. cleft and lip surgeries. This is going to be taking place from the 29th of September to 2nd of October. And I want to welcome all of you so that you can be able to come here and participate in the surgeries that we'll be doing for free.
We got you, and you are all welcome.
Tangaza University, through its Center for Leadership and Management, warmly invites you to the Feast of St. Vincent de Paul Open Day on Friday, 26th September this year, starting from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. A spacious celebration themed Heritage, Horizons and Hope, a celebration of presence, leadership and impact. This annual event honors the legacy of St. Vincent de Paul, whose life exemplified service, ethical leadership and transformational presence. Whether you are a student, professional, partner or alumnus, the Feast of St. Vincent de Paul Open Day offers you a space to reflect, connect and recommit to leadership that uplifts, inspires and transforms. Come, reflect, celebrate, lead. This event will be live on Capuchin TV and across all social media platforms. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity channel.
Maishani mwangu, pokea shukrani yangu kutoka kilindi cha moyo wangu. Asante Bwana, asante Mungu kwa pendo lako maishani mwangu. Pokea shukrani yangu kutoka kilindi cha moyo wangu. Asante
This September, a day of joy, thanksgiving and grace awaits. The Sisters of Poor Servants of the Mother of God cordially invite you to the grand celebration of faith and service in East Africa. On this blessed day, witness the perpetual vows of Sister Lucy Katinye William from St. Peter the Rock, Kio Parish in Kitui Diocese, Sister Catherine Munanie Munyoki of Good Shepherd Catholic Church, Mwingi Parish in Kitui Diocese, and Sister Dorcas Nazlin Ayar of the Holy Family Chepchoina Parish, Kitale Diocese. And as we rejoice in faith, we also celebrate the Silver Jubilee of service of our beloved sisters, Sister Mweni Musyoka from Mutito Parish, Sister Anne Katuva from St. Paul the Apostle kwa Kilui Parish, Sister Anastasia Meki Ngemo of St. Michael Mwambiu Parish, Sister Veronica Move of the Catholic Diocese of Kitui from Sacred Heart of Jesus Kanyangi Parish, Sister Anna Mwangangi of the Catholic Diocese of Kitui, St. Peter the Rock, Kio Parish, Sister Josephine Kasiemi of the Catholic Diocese of Machakos, Masinga Parish, St. Stephen Musuma Catholic Church, Sister Marietta Samuel of the Catholic Diocese of Kitui, St. Patrick Migwani Parish. Join us at Good Shepherd Catholic Church Mwingi on Saturday the 27th of September 2025. The Holy Mass will begin at 10 a.m. East African Time, presided over by the Right Reverend Joseph Mungela, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Kitui, and will be brought to you live on Capuchin TV and streamed across all our social media platforms. This day also marks a historic milestone, 40 years of service of the poor servants of the Mother of God in East Africa.
Follow, like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel and social media handles to be part of this sacred occasion. Let us come together in thanksgiving, to honor service, to celebrate faith, and to rejoice in God's goodness. Serve God always, but not always the same way. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel.
Nitakushukuru Mungu.